Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, September 26th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Monday, everyone. Currently, the market is trading in very narrow ranges heading into the RTH session. The ES trading at 48% of average range, the NQ at 47%, RTY at 50%. You have the YM also trading about 50% of average as well. Each of these, for the most part, inside day right now. So trading off the previous week's lows and chopping below the previous week's close. This could provide an early breakout opportunity to begin the day. We've had obviously significant weakness here so far. After the decline last week, we are now sitting near the previous quarter's lows and near the lows of the year. So that is a significant move here that we've seen ever since the failed new high on CPI data. That has led to more weakness. Here's the FOMC key level from Wednesday's trade, a major move away from that level, and we are now coming into the previous quarter's low. So again, that's going to be a key level here to watch. It's also the key range low as well. You got an LVN at 3600 here. So there could be a push that brings us through this zone and an eventual attempt to try and bounce back up. Again, this is the last few days here of the month of September and of the quarter, and next month we will have new pivots for the quarter. The current quarter's high is here, current price is here, this is the current low. These two may change. The midpoint is going to be up here. And again, these can continue to change as we have a few more days here, but those are going to be very important heading into next month. So right now, very narrow price action here. Again, any bounce likely considered an opportunity to sell it until proven otherwise. We got to see some sort of strong low. If we can find a strong low sometime over the next several days, there could be a bit of a bounce back up that takes us perhaps into a retest of the FOMC key level above. So that could be a pretty decent bounce. Although when that bounce occurs, we could be looking at a defense and another rotation back down. If we take a look here at the NQ, narrow range of price action. This one trading 47% of average right now, inside day at the moment, trading right at the previous week's close price. Again, if price can push through the previous week's close in both the ES and the NQ, you have a shot to squeeze back to the previous week's midpoint. So above 11.4 here will open up the previous week's mid of 11.684 for the ES that take you back toward 3,800. But right now, again, any bounce could be seen as an opportunity to sell it for a continuation down until proven otherwise. Taking a look at crude oil, this one's up 0.3% right now, trading at the lows, narrow range. For the most part, not significantly narrow, but 69% of average. New lows right now for the month, trading into the 77s, as low as 77.21. Now, again, we are starting to rotate all the way back into that January range that takes us all the way as deep as the 75s. Previous year's close right here is just around 75 here, and we still have a little bit more until we go get that. The fact that we have failed at 86 suggests more weakness again until proven otherwise. Even if we were to bounce, we could be looking at a continuation down into that 75 level. We will see how the market responds to 75s. It's not a clear edge there. Instead, the next edge would actually take you down a bit lower, 65, 66 into that zone. So this is a significant rotation where if price can't get back above the 86s here, 85, 86, we could be making our move all the way back toward the 66, 65 zone up ahead. If we take a look here at Bitcoin, right now Bitcoin barely hanging on to the 18K level. We've mentioned the development here of this rounded top over the last several months, hanging on to support right around 18K. This is a big time level. While we could bounce again, it could be met with another round of selling pressure. Eventually taking out 18K could open up the next 5,000-6,000 points to the downside. We could be looking at a move back to 15K or maybe even through the 12K CLVN. So this is going to be significant to see how price responds when we get below 18K. Do we see some sort of quick reaction or rejection that brings us back up, or do we actually see that push that takes us through some more of this LVN? So that's going to be a big time level to continue to watch. If you look at the last several days, 5 days, 6 days, it is a very narrow range. As you can see here on the indicator, 49% of average. And the expectation for something like this, if it were to see a breakout, would be for at least a move of about 3,400 points, maybe as high as 4,300 points up ahead. So we could be looking at a pretty solid move from this narrow range pretty soon. Looking at ETH futures, Ethereum here, plus 2% right now, also a narrow range on a 6-day basis. The potential of about 400, 450 points could be seen up ahead. Again, given the downward swing here, given the fact that this thing is broken back below 1,400, if we see a balance and a rejection, that could take us the next leg down for a big time retest back at 1,000. Again, 1,300 is a significant CLVN in the chart, but we've seen no real rejection there lately. Instead, we have chopped around that level, which means we could be looking at a further pass through that level up ahead. Again, any bounce could be seen as a selling opportunity until proven otherwise. We have a Fed heavy week this week on the economic calendar. Fed Chair Powell speaks tomorrow, 2 hours before the RTH Open. Fed Chair Powell also speaks Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. Central Time. We have a slew of FOMC members speaking each and every day throughout the week, so we could see quite a bit of headline risk ahead. All right, everyone, have a fantastic rest of your day. Happy Monday, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.